Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Last we left off, well, I'll just say we got a nice little shock from Mr. Von Karma himself. Beautiful. And now we are going to go ahead onto this next trial. Or the third day of the trial. Good luck to us. Hope he doesn't shock us again. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. And try not to electrocute anyone else on your way out. Woo! Yeah, pal! Oh god. Everyone she's touching is getting shocked. Maya is like an electrical conduit. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go? How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I captured our runaway caretaker. Just brought him in. Took all night, though, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember. I'm gonna prove it today. The showdown between the quote-unquote amnesic man. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. That sounded so terrible, I'm sorry. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Oh, come on, don't be awed into silence every time by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, he has yet to confirm this. I would then like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Question now is how? I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday the way I did. I call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Now listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone's talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Food. Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in a big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Oh, please, Your Honor. Come to your senses. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, right? Yup, it seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Continue. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Oh, please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over again. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Oh, don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, Yanni Yogi? Ha! Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff I up. What? Yogi, you sneak! You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past! Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No! Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There has to be. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. What is it, Nick? No. You're not going to... Your Honor. The defense would like to take up Mr. Von Karma's proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal. Exactly. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Oh boy. Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce, I object! Now wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Huh? Of course, if you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, you still want to go through with your little game? I don't have much of a choice, do I? There's no more witnesses, and all we have is a pet bird that can talk. Barely. Oh boy. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. Oh, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Oh boy. We're cross-examining a bird, oh boy. Oh, that's quite a bird. Please, tell us your name. Name. Oh, the witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Oh boy. I'm sorry. It's just so funny. It's a bird. Oh boy. Hello, squawk. It's certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Hello, squawk. I'm sorry, it's just so funny that we're cross-examining a bird. This is what happens when people get super desperate. We decide to cross-examine people's pet birds, in hopes we can find some identifying feature of an owner. Well, at least in this case, there is one way we can figure it out quite clearly. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. But what do I say? Well, in this case, we do have something very important. As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6. Squawk! If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, squawk! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, squawk! Oh no, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is crazy. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait. Don't tell me. Did Von Karma expect this? He couldn't have retrained a parrot. Could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Yes, the ultimate, we're screwed. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Well, the most obvious route has pretty much been taken out of commission. So, let's see, well, there is one thing I remember. Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, what? Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with the owner's identity? Yes, it does. I just said that. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, Maya, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Now, Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is me burping. No, but for those of you that remember reading the profile here, Yanni Yogi had a fiancée, and his fiancée's name is Polly. Polly Jenkins. That's not what I meant. Go away. There we go. The DL6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Now which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. And so, he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Huh. Very well, witness. You may continue. All that's left is... No, that's not what I meant. All that's left is the safe number. I honestly don't know what to do with the safe number. What was the safe number again? I actually forgot. Ha! Maybe I'll get her to say the number to that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. This is a very squeaky voiced parrot. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker, are you? 1228. I don't know. It's the only thing I have left, but I don't... 1228. 1228. I don't... It must have something to do with Mr. Yogi here. Okay, well, let's just say it connects back to DL6. It has to. But how? How does this connect back to DL6? One, two, two, 8. Oh, I'm a dummy. 1228, 1228, December 28. It's the date of the DL6 incident. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? The DL6 case file again? What is this obsession you have with it? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? It should be case summary. I mean, that will tell you when it happened. It's on the case summary page. The case summary. Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident. December 28th? Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Oh! He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah! That is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. It's a mere coincidence, that's all, Your Honor. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember! No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, then let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. We finally got him, the real man. Order! Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, though. He didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. But wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh. What do I do? The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Oh boy. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. It's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't a killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me. I love how he points. Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action. Court is adjourned. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. Well, this is crazy. It's just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Oh boy, I will go ahead and cut the video off here. This seems like a good place to stop. I mean, we just finished the Yanni Yogi, and now we're going to DL6. 2 separate cases! I will see you guys all in the next video after I also get a drink of water, because I noticed my voice is kinda dead right now. See you guys in a moment.